Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Boulder Rotary, the best place to be on a Friday afternoon anywhere in the world. And I'd like to start out by calling on Sarah Parkinson to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Good afternoon. Please join me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now we will say the four-way test together. Of the things we think, say, and do, is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? And will it be beneficial to all concerned?
Thank you very much, Sarah. Appreciate that. Okay, and now if you're a guest and visitor, Vanessa Mead is going to call on and welcome you all. Vanessa. Is Vanessa here?
Yes, sorry, I didn't unmute myself. Guys, thank you, President Sally. So, and welcome to all our guests and visitors today. I believe we just have one guest, Chuck from Florida. Is that correct? If you'd like to unmute yourself, Chuck, and introduce yourself again to the club. It's nice to see you again. No? Do you think he's there? Or I think I see Trends. Is Trends online? Would you like to unmute yourself and introduce yourself? Hello?
Yes, great to be with you folks again here in Tampa Bay. I feel like I'm wearing my India hat a little bit. I have been asked to go ahead and raise awareness as far as our brothers and sisters in India, folks, Mumbai and Delhi and all the other cities there that are suffering in such a fashion that, as you see in the news. So please lift them up.
Thank you, Chuck. It's nice to have you with us, and thank you for all your good works. We definitely need to do that. And did I see Trends? All righty then. Well, thank you everybody for joining us today. I really appreciate that. And I would like to welcome you once again to Boulder Rotary's Zoom meeting, and I hope you enjoy the program. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Vanessa. Appreciate that. All right. We have a couple of announcements about things that are happening. We did want to let you know the Homecoming Committee is meeting, and the Homecoming Committee's job is to try to figure out how do we get back in person together. And we're working really hard on that. We've run into a few obstacles, though, because we're such a big club, we're not that easy to accommodate. So we are still working on it. It's priority, and everybody's working really hard. And I'd really like to thank John Sullivan and Kitty DeKeefer and Susan Connolly for all their hard work, and Vanessa, thank you so much for being on the committee, and Cassidy's been helping out, and of course Fred Hull, because we've got to figure out all the logistics. So there's a lot of people working on getting us back in person. We're just not there quite yet. Okay, and now I'd like to call on Chad Stam, who has an announcement.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is another friendly reminder that tomorrow evening we are having the first ever Boulder Rotary motor movie, and we're going to be showing The Sound of Music at roughly 8 p.m. Right now the weather looks like it's going to be favorable, but there's a possibility that we could have some weather issues, but let's think positive thoughts. We'll worry about that stuff later. In the meantime, if anybody wants to go, I am going to drop the link into the chat here. Please feel free to share it with people. This is something that we want to have go beyond our own club walls and get the community involved and have friends and family come and just enjoy hopefully what will be a fun night of watching The Sound of Music together. So I will drop the link in the chat right now.
Chad, this is George Russell. I signed up, but I'm not going to be able to go. So
Okay.
can you, it frees up a spot for other people.
Yep, you got it. And that's a great point, George. We are capped. So please register as soon as possible. It will be first come, first serve if we do have more signups than we have spaces available. So please sign up early if you intend to go. Thank you.
Right. Thank you, President-elect Chad. All right, and now Ben Gilo, could you make your announcement, please?
Sure. Good afternoon, everyone. Tomorrow will be the food drive with Sister Carmen at the Boulder Community Health Foothills Campus, 4747 Arapahoe, from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. I believe we've had at least 12 volunteers, so thank you everyone who has reached out and filled out the form to volunteer. We do intend to have a couple of guests, most notably U.S. Congressman Joe Neguse. Did I say the name correctly?
Neguse.
Neguse. He will be, he is intending to visit, as well as key leadership from the Boulder Community Health, as well as some other organizations, Optum Health, which is another key organization in our community. We're having a lot of flyers out all over the place. Thank you everyone who has helped with the communication. This should be a great, exciting, and well volunteered event. So thank you everyone with your support.
Thank you, Ben. Thank you very much. So tomorrow is the district-wide day of service. So there are things happening everywhere. So in addition to the food drive, there is a creek cleanup, as well as Habitat for Humanity. Yes. Thank you. And it can work in their store. So I think those slots might be full already, but definitely there's room for the food drive. So what I've been doing personally is I printed out flyers. I put them in my office and my lobby. I've been telling all my patients about it, as well as the movie night. So a bunch of people from my work have brought in food, and I'll bring that with me tomorrow, but it's not too late for you to help out. So what you can do is go to your email and forward the information, not only about the food drive tomorrow, but also about the movie night. So this is your opportunity to volunteer and to help out. And simply by sharing this with your social network, we could still get the word out. So I'm really counting on you all to help us elevate this food drive as well as the movie night tomorrow. So please, please, please share, share, share. Okay. All right, and now I know that you guys know her and we love her. Nancy Chin Wagner, please take it away for the membership moment.
Good afternoon, everyone. And thank you again, John and Scott, presenting. Great charts, all good stuff. And thanks for letting me know I can call your mobiles any time of the night. I appreciate that.
You know you.
So today, for Membership Moment, we're going to be having our wonderful guy that's behind the scenes that people don't really know about him. And I even found out some new things. So Membership Moment highlight is going to be with Fred Hull. So Fred, are you there?
Hello, Nancy.
Hello there. All right, here it goes. And Fred has been a member with the Boulder Rotary since November 3rd of 2017. So that's only 3.5 years. And it feels like he's been there like forever working with Boulder Rotary. His sponsor was Gary Kahn. So Fred was born, or grew up, let's just say grew up. Fred grew up in LA, California, and after graduating from UCLA, he studied engineering. And he moved to Boulder in 1981 because it was an adventure for him. And because, which is surprising for me, he came with one of our own Rotarians, Shoni Khan. And Shoni and Fred formed a 2-person partnership and went into the video business. That's why he knows how to do all this stuff on Boulder Rotary, Rotarians on our Zoom calls and stuff. So he worked on contract videos, and not only after they partnered up, they worked with a company called Environmental and Safety Regulatory, and they worked on training videos for that industrial, environmental, and safety regulatory company. Side note, if you remembered in February,
Good. How about you?
I did something for Shoni and also for Gary, and I'm thinking this is where Gary actually met Shoni in that business, where they had that company. So in 2015, the company was sold to one of his employees, and he is now retired. And so I believe Shoni is too. So Fred is our very own BRC audio and visual person for all of these presentations. So we have to thank him so much for that. Fred enjoys reading mystery and detective stories. His favorite authors are Rex Stout, John Grisham, and of course, our very own Michael Connolly, Susan's brother. So, you ready? Fred, on my first question to you.
Ready.
All right. What actually brought you to Boulder back in '81?
In LA, I had a friend who had a background in television production. He was moving to Boulder to launch a video project and start a company, perhaps. And he said, "Why don't you come along?" I had no commitments at the time. I could put everything I owned in my car.
Wow.
Seemed like a low-risk adventure, so I said, okay. I followed along. We spent time together. I learned video production. I liked the city, the surroundings, and the pace compared to Los Angeles. So I stayed.
Wonderful. Okay. And tell me, on your own, since you're on retirement for a couple of years here, what do you like to do? Besides doing Boulder Rotary?
Besides Rotary. I'd say I don't have any regular hobbies, but I enjoy home maintenance, fix the fence, stain the porch, try to keep the yard in control. I like riding bicycle, play a little racquetball, a little walking, a little reading, sitting on the porch looking at the trees.
So Fred can also be a handyman on a part-time basis if everyone needs anything. Okay, my last question for you, Fred, is how does the Boulder Rotary impact your life now?
I've always been a dedicated hermit. When I retired, well, a hermit in that I no community involvement, minimal social life, and that was fine with me. When I retired, I really felt like I needed some sort of community connection, some way to serve or give back. And I was afraid that following my habits, I could become a complete recluse. So Gary pitched me on Rotary, and I was impressed. I thought about it for a while, and I joined. And since then, I find that I feel good because I am contributing something and am engaged with so many admirable people.
Fred, I'm glad I got you out behind the camera so all of us here, the Rotarians, are able to see you come out and be able to tell us what you enjoy and what you love. Thank you so much. We're so glad to have you as part of Boulder Rotary Club, and we love you.
Thank you, Nancy.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, Nancy Chin Wagner, and thank you, Fred, for doing this, for being interviewed today. And thank you for every week that you make this all possible. I do think that past President Michael Brady has a question he wants to ask you.
So when I was president, Fred and I would play this game every Friday. He knows more sports knowledge than anybody has a right to know. That's all I have to say. So while he was talking, I looked up obscure sports. So I've got a good question for you, Fred. Obscure sport, wife carrying. Okay, it's where a man has to carry his wife while getting through a tough obstacle course. In what country did it originate?
I give up.
Oh, come on. You got to know this one. Give a good
Never
guess.
heard of it. Never heard of it.
Okay. Well, this is the first time he's not gotten the right answer. It's Finland.
Finland. Oh, I was going to say Holland. But...
I'll get it right next time.
Okay, good. You go ahead and watch that and then we'll get back with a report.
Thank you, everybody. All right, moving on to birthdays. Dr. George Russell, are there any birthdays?
No birthdays for today, but I do have a poem about an old cowboy that I went to visit who was a roper. He was old and frail like abandoned trails that slowly fade away, but his memory will live in me until my dying day. I met him on his front porch. He offered me his rocking chair. I told him what I'd come for, and he said, "You sit right there." His face was creased by the sun and the wind, and his hair was going gray, but he lifted that lasso like a newborn child, though it had seen 1,000 yesterdays. As soon as the rope touched his withered hands, his eyes sparkled with a fire, and the rope seemed to spring to life, dancing like a high voltage wire. He started a butterfly floating out front and took it around the bend. Then o'er his head, he brought it back down and jumped out the other end. The rope seemed to move like an extension that writhed at the end of his wrist. It would move away slowly, then move back in like an early morning mist. I sat there watching this ancient cowboy. The rope darted to and fro. It seemed like I was watching magic from the front row of the show. It twisted here, it twisted there in a mesmerizing dance, and I sat frozen in amazement, captured in the lariat's trance. As soon as a smile creased the old man's lips as he built a bigger loop, then he Texas skipped back and forth and let out a little war whoop. Whoop. It twisted here, it twisted there in a mesmerizing dance. And it had rhyme and it had rhythm. The rope went high in the air. And when it came down, it nestled around me as I sat in his old rocking chair. He was poetry in motion as he looked at the old maguey. He said, "Son, I used to be better." And he put the lariat away. I've seen many a man spin a rope, but none of them had his flair at it. That's why I came to sing a real live poet lariat. Thank you. Want everybody to call me and let me know if you want to say some words for your birthday. And I appreciate everybody who donates money for the scholarship, resident scholarships. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Russell. That was great. Thank you. Thank you very much. And now, Fred, if you could play the brew.
Hello, Rotarians and guests, and so nice to see you today. Well, at least those of you that are using your cameras. May is Rotary's Youth Service Month, and boy, does Boulder Rotary have an excellent cadre of youth service programs.
This is your last call to nominate club members or projects for ours and District 5450 awards. Contact Jeannie Schlosson and Marty Evans to submit your ideas.
Oh, look, just a hint. I think this guy's going to win in the photography category. And a quick update in the fight against polio. As of 27th of April, end of April in 2021, only 2 cases of polio virus have been recorded on the planet. 1 in Afghanistan and 1 in Pakistan.
That is incredible. And take it from Susan Connolly, we are this close.
We can do this. Let's end polio.
I am so excited about this big Rotary weekend. So tonight we'll be at the district conference. Tomorrow is the district-wide day of service. You have a choice of creek cleanup, working with Habitat for Humanity, or joining us at the food drive at Boulder Community Health.
Then Saturday night is outdoor movie night. It's The Sound of Music. Did you realize that President-elect Chad Stam actually played one of the Van Trapp kids when he was 14 years old? Let's look at the scene. I'm President-elect Chad Stam.
I'm impossible.
Really? Who told you that?
The membership and the board of directors, that's who. Join us on Saturday night at 8 p.m. for The Sound of Music. It'll be held at the field north to the YMCA on 95th and Arapahoe.
And there's still time to sign up for Roots of Injustice. It's a program sponsored by our Peace Builder Committee, and it's going to be awesome. May 22nd, 3 to 5 p.m.
Join us for the Rotary Opens Opportunities virtual conference. All you have to do is go to myrotary.org to sign up. It's June 12th through the 16th.
And don't forget to start reading the book club's book, A Shame. July 12th is the next book club meeting.
More in Common is here to understand the forces that are dividing us and to find common ground.
Our name reflects our mission.
Even in societies that are polarized, we've found that we have more in common than what divides us.
Next week's program is going to be great. Stephen Hawkins, the Director of Global Research, is going to talk to us about more in common, what we all have that will bring us together.
Don't miss it.
Ah, springtime in Colorado.
How soon it can turn back to winter, like next Monday and Tuesday.
Cry now? Don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry. Oh, it's okay, it's okay.
Hey, don't worry everybody, spring's gonna come back. Everybody, say it with us now. Have a great weekend.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Okay, so I have a call to action. We really, really, really need your help. So you've got the rib. You have the links in the rib. There's 2 in there. So we need people to know about the food drive tomorrow. So please use your email and send it out. Please, we need all the help we can get getting the word out. And let them know about the Rotary movie night tomorrow night too. So that is my call to action for you and how you can help out. And don't forget, if you are available tomorrow, to drive by the food drive. And as Scott and John pointed out, the inequity in our community is very significant for lower income folks. And that's who we're going to be helping out tomorrow with our food drive. So please, please, please come. And I hope you have a great week and enjoy the Rotary weekend. I hope you're getting involved in some way, shape, or form. And I will see you all next week. Have a good one. Bye, everybody.